Hey everyone, so I'm going to be doing a rant today on Operation Health. For those of you who don't know, Ubisoft has announced that Operation Hong Kong has been pushed back to August, and in its place instead we're going to get Operation Health, which essentially is 3 months of bug fixes, patches, and just trying to fix the broken game. So, on the overall, people from the community have given either very positive feedback or very negative feedback. And personally, I am more on the negative side. Although I'm happy that this game is finally getting a lot of bug fixes that it desperately needs, it just pisses me off that Ubisoft is only doing this now. And the worst of it all is the fact that they're finally implementing features that should have been in the game since the very beginning, and then touting it off as if it's some amazing new technical or technological advancement that they're making. One of the main things that they've talked about is server-based features. This is something that a lot of people complained since the beginning of the game and said that should be in it for a while, and they're finally adding it. But this is now a year and a half after release, and I don't understand why it's only just getting added now. They have mentioned in many different ways that they are doing these 3 months because it is hard to release content and release fixes at the same time, and I fully understand that. It just feels as if they released a half-finished game, which I will give credit is fun as hell and I love the game, but it feels like they basically released a half-finished game and now only just realized, oh, this game is actually worth a lot of money and we could definitely capitalize on this. So let's now release all the stuff that we should have done in the beginning because we realized we can make more money on it. And now I understand Ubisoft is a company, their end goal is to make money. It just rubs me the wrong way when they basically refuse to fix a bunch of things for so long and then now release this whole season that's supposed to be just bug fixes of stuff that should not have even been in the game to begin with. Now, I'm not going to pretend I'm some type of coding master that I could fix all of these issues that they're having because I'm not, but it just pisses me off at how terrible they've been at bug control and just let all of these issues pop into the game that are just completely ruining it for new people. There are bugs that have been in for months. Look at Hibana with her X-Cairo pellets. Sometimes they just don't explode. There's absolutely no reason why she should still be in the game if her gadget just doesn't work sometimes. If you look at any other popular multiplayer game, if something is fundamentally broken with a character or some type of feature in the game, they remove it. Or they make it so that the operator is only available in casual matches. There's no reason why a character should be affecting competitive gameplay. And now, yes, with this new Operation Health, that they'll finally have a new system that allows them to implement changes a lot quicker and also roll back if necessary. That's all fine and dandy, but why was that not in the game in the beginning? Why are these fundamental aspects of the game that you should have that they just wait so long to do? One that finally got fixed only a few months ago that was plaguing the game since the release was the anti-cheat. There were hackers galore up until Skull Rain when BattleEye got announced. So like I said, it feels like at this point Ubisoft is just playing catch up. They realized the potential that Siege has and they said, hey, we should actually look into investing into this game and trying to make it last, which I'm happy that they're finally doing. It's just frustrating when these should be non-issues. You should never be looking at what you say is a competitive multiplayer game and being, oh, we should probably fix this fundamental aspect of the game that's been broken for months on end. So I will say kudos to Ubisoft for finally getting the balls to finally do this and actually fix all of these problems that they're having and finally admit that there's so many problems. There's so many reports that get posted on the subreddit that Ubisoft just flat out refuses to acknowledge. The one that's probably been around for the longest and that they still have not even acknowledged even with this Operation Health is the ACOG misalignment. There's so many videos out there that you can watch of just whenever you shoot at someone with your ACOG, the bullet just completely misses. There are tests that you can find online. Fuck, it's probably even in my own recoil pattern video that I just never noticed that if you shoot with an ACOG, half your bullets will just completely miss or go in a completely different spot than where your reticle is pointing. So yes, kudos to Ubisoft. You finally found a way to fix your game. I'm just bitter because they are now delaying content to do stuff that they shouldn't have to do. I know people are going to say, oh, you can't expect them to just fix everything right away, which is fair, you can't. At this point, you know that Ubisoft is making enough money that they should be able to funnel these expenses into the game from the get-go. If you even look at Ubisoft's earnings in 2016, they made more than enough profit to have a dedicated team to do all this, and they could easily bring on more people if they need to. And the last thing I'll say is just compare Siege to almost any other competitive game out there. In almost every other game, you will never find so many issues on the very basic level of the game design as you'll find in Siege. I've put up with them because I actually genuinely do love the game and I love playing it, but at some point it's just like, why is this an issue? Why is this even a thing in the game? And I guess on the overall, I'm just upset that the content got delayed for something that should be, like I said, a non-issue. I like the content schedule as it is because I find 3 months is just enough time to bring in a new meta. For me, the most fun of a game is the first month of a season being released. Then it starts to get a bit stale, mid-season reinforcements livens it up a little bit, changes up the meta, and then it becomes stale again until the next season. So for me, it really sucks that now I'm going to have 3 months of the exact same thing that I've already had for 3 months, and nothing's going to change. But yeah, that's enough ranting. The main thing I want you guys to take away from this is just that I am upset that these are issues that Ubisoft suddenly has to fix, which they should have fixed a long time ago or before the game even released. You should not be trying to play catch up with your product. You should be supporting it right away and trying to make it the best you can, and then releasing content and minor bug fixes. You shouldn't have to pretty much completely rehaul the entire game just to fix things that should not be an issue. So yeah, that's it for this rant. If you guys do want to talk more about this, make sure to comment down below. I'll try to answer everything. Like I said, I'm not trying to sound like I know how to fix everything, because I don't. These are just my thoughts and how I feel about the entire operation. If you want to talk about this with me live, I will be streaming Siege on Twitch today with the link on the screen and in the description below. You can talk to me in chat there, tell me I'm an idiot for what I think, just do whatever you want, just follow the link. Alright guys, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.